Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial video with Coding with T. So, in this tutorial, we are going to create the main page of our Gymnasia app, which will contain the logo on the top, the title in the middle, and the login and the sign up button. In this tutorial, we are going to create so many components like the button, spacer, and many more. So let's jump into the development section. So let's just start by creating a new screen in the screen folder and name it mainScreen.js. Now let's just create a simple demo function with basic React components and export defaulted. As our basic main screen function is ready, now let's just go to the general out screen and import that main screen in it. So after importing the main screen to the general out screen, let's go back to the onboarding screen and give this skip an on-press functionality for the navigation to navigate to the main screen. For that, just navigation.navigate and the screen name, in which our case is main screen. Our navigation on the skip button is ready. Now, as you can see, we can click to the skip button to go to the main page. Let's just start with the design of the main page. So let's just start by creating a style sheet for all the styling which we'll be doing on the main screen. First, let's just create a container style for the first view and import the image between that container. This image tag will be a logo of Gymnasia as I showed you earlier in the design. So in image, we need some kind of source to show this image on the screen. So let's just give the path to the image. So as I have already saved my logo image in my assets folder. So as I told you before, we also need to give an image some style, height and width to show it on the screen. So let's just give it some height and the width, which in our case 250 will be good. Now as you can see, the logo on the screen, but it is not on the right position. So for that, let's just give some styling to that view. So after giving some styling to that view, our logo is on the correct position. Now, after logo, let's just create some text for the title and give the text some styling. So, font size 25 and the font weight bold will be okay for our title. So, let's just create another view for the login and the sign up button. But for now, we don't have any button. So for that, let's just create another component of the button. Create a new file in the components with the name of touchabletutton.js. First, let's just create a simple React Native demo function and export default them. So now, in the return statement, let's just create a view, and between that view, let's just import the touchable opacity, which is the basic component which we have from React Native. Rest is to get all the functionalities of the touchable button. Now, let's just give some custom stylings to our touchable button. So, for the styling, let's just create a style sheet. So first, let's just create a container style for our container view. And now, let's just create a style for a touchable opacity button. So now, let's just create another view for the text which we want to show it on our touchable button and give them styling accordingly. after giving all the stylings, let's just export all the styling functions and the functions which we have created in this component. So now, our touchable opacity button is completed. So let's just go back to the main screen and import this touchable button to that screen. So as you can see, after importing the touchable opacity button on the main screen, you can only see the plain blue view with the no title or text between them. For that, we have created the title in our component. So you can see the change after giving some title to that button. So now let's just give them text styling to that text. So first, let's just change the color to the white. Our first button is ready. For the login button, just we need to copy this button and change the title. As you can see, our both button is ready, but we don't have any space between them. So for that, let's just create a component with the name of spacer. So let's go back to in the components folder and create a component called spacer. So first, let's just create a simple React Native function with the name of spacer and export defaulted. And now, for the spacer component, just create a view tag and give some styling, some width and height to it. So in this spacer component, we are giving 100% width to the spacer and the height will be of 15%, or you can call the 15 points. So now as our spacer component is ready, so now let's just go back to the main screen and import that spacer to this screen. And now let's just create a spacer tag and give it some height. So oops, there is some kind of error in this. So let's just go back to the spacer and check it. So as you can see, I forgot to export all the width, height, or the functionalities of the spacer component. Now as you can see, after exporting the spacer functions, our spacer component is working. So now let's just get some space between the title and the button. So now our main page is ready. So see you in the next video tutorial.